I'm just so ugly. I'm just so ugly. I've gained so much weight. I don't like how I look. I don't want to go anywhere because none of my clothes fit because I'm fat. Am I going to be single forever? Will I ever get out of debt? I'm never going to get anywhere in this job. I'm never going to get promoted. It's just a dead-end job. He's behind on child support and he doesn't even care. Maybe I should just take him back even though he cheats all the time. I mean, somebody's better than nobody, right? I just hate my life. I hate my life. I'm just not happy. I don't even know why I tried. I don't even know why I tried. I'm just not enough. I'm just not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. Does this sound familiar? Have you told yourself any of those things? Sometimes the enemy talks to us. The sad part about it is sometimes we actually listen. Welcome back to the K Monet Life. It's me, K Monet, and I am here to do a chat. Yes, it's more of a chat because my channel ranges in age. However, this is something that I learned the hard way. And I am a firm believer that you go through things for other people. And if I can help somebody here on the K Monet Life not to have to go through this, this is what I want to do. One of the desires of the K Monet Life is to inspire and motivate. So let's get into this chat. For many years, I was in bondage, and I'm not talking about a spiritual bondage, which I was in there too, but this is more of a body image, self-worth bondage. I felt in my teens and early 20s and into some of my 30s that I felt that I was not pretty, I was not attractive, I wasn't sexy, I didn't look good if I didn't have a weave. Yes, I said it. I had to have a weave in my hair to feel like I was enough. There were days that I didn't even go to work if my weave wasn't tight. If my hair wasn't done, I'm not going anywhere. I felt as if I was accepted better. I felt better about myself. My self-worth was higher. My self-esteem was higher. And I kind of knew that I was pretty cool. I didn't have like low self-esteem. At least I didn't feel like I did. I just felt like I looked better with weave. My natural hair, my natural length just wasn't enough. And it was bondage. It was literally bondage. And it took me so many years to get out of that bondage. And there was no one telling me that I looked good without my weave, because I never gave a person an opportunity to see that. It happened to be with my ex-husband that he didn't like weave. Most guys are not, crazy about it. And he wanted me to take the weave out. So to please him, I went and I got my weave taken out and I got my natural hair styled. And it came to like right about here. And I went to church for something and I was literally in tears because I felt so ugly. I felt so ugly. There's no other adjective to describe how I felt. And I remember my pastor saying to me, Pastor Mary D. Lawrence, best pastor in the world, asked me what's wrong. And I was like, such and such ex-husband asked me to take my weave out. I hate my hair. I don't like this. And I remember my pastor getting frustrated with me and said, go put some tracks in. But it is a true testament to, if you don't feel good, it comes out. No one said to me that day, oh, you look good with your real hair, because I didn't feel good. And even if someone had told me that, I probably would not have believed them. My goal in this video is to help you realize that God didn't make a mistake when he made you. God made you and designed you uniquely. You are a designer's original. And sometimes through life, there are things that are going to make us feel sexier, prettier, more attractive. Please don't get me wrong, because I will put a weave in a heartbeat if that's what I'm going to do. But right now, I'm natural under this protective style. And if you told me that I would be natural, I would have told you, get out my face. You don't know what you're talking about. I am not showing my natural hair for nobody. But circumstances came around where I couldn't get my hair done one day. And I said, well, I'm going to try a 2-strand twist. Went ahead, did the 2-strand twist, went to church, and a hairstylist, you know you doing it. When a hairstylist says, oh, your hair looks good. Really? Really? It do? And I was just doing a style to get me by to go to church. And from that day forth, I said, well, let me try this natural thing. Because first of all, it was a lot more inexpensive than buying weave. And I could do it myself. And it made me feel good that I was able to style my own hair. Because with weave, you got to have a little skill set. And in that process, I learned, you know what, Kay? You don't look too bad with your real hair. And the bondage, the chains fell off. I didn't feel like I needed a weave to be attractive. I realized that there were attributes and characteristics in me that was enough. Now, I am also a firm believer in, you can do all this yappity yap 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 and say, oh, you're enough. How do you get to that point? Because it's not an easy process. So I'm going to show you how to get to that point. I have 4 steps. Yes, 4 steps. If you want to get me to get on board with something, give me some steps to follow. First step is I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen. I mean a good writing pen. So get a piece of paper, loose sleeve, pull it out of your children's notebook. Just get a piece of paper and a good writing pen. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to write down every good thing about you, everything you do like about yourself. I don't care if you write down you got good elbows, write it down. If you're a good listener, write it down. If you're a good talker, write that down. If you like the shape of your lips, write it down. I want you to write down everything that you like about yourself. Make some columns, make 2 columns. Try to put it on one piece if you can. And write down everything you like about yourself. That's step 2. Let's get into step 3. The next thing I want you to do is post that piece of paper in a place where you're going to see it often. Like when you're getting ready for work, when you get up in the morning, stick it to your mirror, put it on your dashboard, take it to the job, put it next to your computer, wherever you're going to be able to see that piece of paper. I want you to post it, tape it up, and leave it there. Now you know what step 4 is? Yeah, you smart. Every day for 21 days, 21, because they say it takes 21 days for something to be a habit. For 21 days, I want you to read that list, and I want you to read that list out loud. The key element is to put it in the atmosphere. And if you're just looking at it, It's in the atmosphere of your mind, but not in the atmosphere. And I want you to read those things out loud. In the process, you're reminding yourself. You're encouraging yourself. You are telling yourself, these are all the great things about me. I don't have to put on a tight dress. I don't have to put on some high heels. I don't have to put on a waist trainer. I don't have to put on weave, and I don't have to have long. I don't have to do all those things, because with everything I already am, I'm enough. So the first step is to get you a piece of paper and a pen. The second step is to write down every great thing about you, every good thing about you, because there are a lot of good things about you that you probably haven't even tapped into yet. Third thing, we're going to post it somewhere where we can see it all the time. And the fourth step is for 21 days, we're going to read it out loud and put it in the atmosphere, just to remind ourselves that we are enough. You are enough. Again, God designed you, uniquely made by Him. There's no one else like you, and there'll never be another one like you. And because of that, you are special. You are enough. Now, after you've done that for 21 days, come on back to the K Monet Life and tell us how you feel. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear what the next 21 days will bring you. I wish and I hoped that there was somebody back there when I was in my 20s that could have gave me those 4 steps and prevented me from having to go through that bondage, because I was enough, with or without a weave. So while you're out there for the next 21 days reading all those great characteristics about you out loud, remember, why be quiet? Live your life out loud.